Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Mike. I'm glad you made it here. This is gonna be my first video. I'm gonna try to just get it all done in one take, as clean as possible. No edits. Just gonna cut to the chase, okay? I'm not gonna walk too far down the trail here. I'm just gonna try to stay in one spot. Okay, but the topic of today's discussion will be the narcissist, the Hoover. Sorry if you hear a train in the background. I live in New York. And the flying monkeys, just, you know, them too. Because whether you know it or not, the flying monkeys, they could be narcissists too, whether you know it or not. Because if they're friends with the narcissist, or they know the narcissist, and they also know you, well, they can easily just get back in touch with the narcissist and tell him or her your whereabouts, what you're doing, who you're seeing or not seeing, etc. Just leak any and all personal info about you unsolicitedly. Like, these people know no boundaries. And this is what I'll get to in a minute about the hoovering and why you need draw a fine line in the sand. Like, you gotta really draw a fine line in the sand with these people. There's no going back. There's no halving it. It's block, no contact, delete, goodbye for life. These people have one chance, maybe two, like depending on the severity, and then 3 strikes are out. Because life's too short to be surrounding yourself with toxic people. And when they try to hoover you around pivotal times of the year, whether it be your birthday or a holiday like Christmas, and this hits near and dear to home for me, you know, because you can be doing everything right. You could have the narcissist blocked on your phone. You could have moved away. You could have just moved on with your life. The narcissist isn't even on your mind. But these people will find out where you live. And, you know, the internet can be a gold mine for information. This is why I say, you know, if you have social media, keep it to a limit, or if you do, set it to private, you know. And when it comes to the narcissist and social media, speaking of which, there's no reason for you to be lurking, looking at their shit. It's not gonna help you in the healing process, and it's not gonna do you any good. Why would you want to know anything about them anyway? Why? You want to just give yourself closure or something? Only you can give yourself that, but I digress. The hoovering is when the narcissist tries to suck you back into the relationship. And it doesn't have to be a family member or a romantic partner, but it can also be a business associate. Like, hey, I'm coming back to work, we miss you, blah, blah, blah. If this is a boss who mistreated you, if this is a co-worker who has disrespected you, anything like that, like, it could apply to any scenario you think of. Either way, you know. These people are very clever when they're hoovering too, because they don't like no for an answer. They really don't like no for an answer, and I'll tell you why. Because when you put no as an answer and you block them, they know that they can't get in touch with you. Hence why you get the holiday Hoover card, like, you know, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. They try to use all fluffy language in the card, like, hey, the past is the past, let's move on. Yeah, no, let's not. I'm on my own now. I walk this path I'm on right now alone, both literally and figuratively. I don't need the narcissist, I don't need the hoovering, I don't need the waste of time, the rewriting of history, the rehashing of abuse. I don't need any of that. I've been through enough, even post-narcissistic relationship. You know, the narcissist wasn't there when I broke my back. The narcissist wasn't there with me during the pandemic. So, you know, it's been quite an amount of time, right, since I've been in no contact with the narcissist who I'm thinking about, which is a family member. I'm not gonna go too much into detail, or I'll only share as much as I can just for the purpose of this video. But when if you go no contact, you block them, you draw a boundary, you say don't contact me, and they still contact you, well, it's probably time to talk to maybe a lawyer or something, right? Unless, and this is where I say unless, they're not like physically threatening you. It's just like flowery language, written in the card. To the outsider, it looks like nothing. It's like just an innocent mother or father who wants their son or daughter back, right? But there's an agenda there. That's what these people don't understand, or if they do understand it, it's just hard to maintain it in the court of law. It's hard to prove that they're ill-intended. Let's put it that way. Okay, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not going to divulge well into this topic, but I hired one, and I sent a few cease and desist letters, so I know what I'm talking about in this area. The narcissist ignored all of them. $500 a pop, a letter per year. Do the math, like it's almost like 10 years of no contact. They don't care about your money at all. They don't care about your phone. They don't care about your boundaries. And this is why you must not accept the Hoover. Think about it. What benefit will you get by going back? Why can't you just meet someone newer and better, who will serve you right, who will be there for you both during good times and bad times, not just when it serves them, right? They only want to make up with you now, months, days, years later, whatever, on their watch? No. Come on. And if the narcissist who hoovers somebody, you know what you're doing, just stop it. You're not gonna convince us any otherwise. You're just proving our point further that you just cannot be trusted. Because should we be foolish enough to accept that Hoover, say, oh, okay, I'll call you, and you pay them a visit, and then you're in their boundaries now. You're at their mercy now again. So why would you entertain even the thought of the abuser, the narcissist, whoever did you wrong? Why would you give them a second chance like that? Or if it's like, if they've done this multiple times, why keep continuing the cycle? And they express no real remorse. They might say things like, I'm sorry you feel that way, or instead of saying like I'm sorry I made you feel that way, actually expressing accountability for their actions in the past. But no, the narcissist will use language in their hoovering, whether it's in texts or calls or cards, you name it. They'll say things like the past is the past, let's just move on. They just dodge and deflect and dance around the whole accountability issue. They're not going to write you a full page report on, okay, this is what I did wrong. They don't go to sleep every night, I highly doubt it, wondering where they went wrong. It's not rocket science. They just want to do it on their own watch. And this is why you must do things on your own watch now. Because your health, your well-being, all that good jazz comes first, second, and third now. No longer the narcissist. You are no longer given to a fault with little to no reciprocation in return. I don't care whether it's a familial relation or a romantic relation or a prospective romantic relationship, a friend, so-called friend, business. I've already said it. Just don't accept the Hoover. These people cannot be trusted. And the flying monkeys, I think I briefly mentioned them before, but if there are any people in between you and the narcissist who can just leap back to the narcissist and reveal again, like your whereabouts, who you're seeing, who you're not seeing, etc., anything and everything you don't want them to know, then these people are narcissists by extension too, and they must be cut off in the same way as you did with the narcissist. I'm sorry to say, it brings me no great joy in saying or even doing it. I know it was really hard for me. It's not just easy, block, delete, goodbye, The narcissist might think like that because they have no empathy. They can't introspect. They can't see what they might or might not have done wrong. They don't want to hear your side of the story. They just want to hear their own. It's a one-sided conversation, a one-sided relationship where it's just giving to a fault and they just take. And during the holidays, the birthdays I mentioned, when they try to Hoover you, they ruin those too. Why would you entertain the thought? It doesn't even have to be a special occasion. It could just be any time of the year. Hey, I was just thinking about you. I miss you. Come home. Or let's just get back together. Let's have a bite to eat, cup of coffee, blah, blah, blah. No. These people will come at you in all different directions. And the point of the matter is to just not accept it. Practice radical acceptance. If you haven't accepted it, just, you don't have to like it. You just got to do it. Just like my late uncle used to tell me all the time. You don't have to like things in life. You just got to do it. Just like you got to do your math homework or whatever. But, yeah. I'm getting kind of emotional now, so I better cut this video short. Just, long story short, just, you must go permanent no contact. There is no wiggle room there to be made, okay? And those are my final thoughts here. I hope I didn't ramble or go off tangent too much. I hope I've made my point crystal clear to all of you. I have nothing but great respect and compassion and empathy for people who have escaped narcissistic abuse or any kind of abuse. I've been through the ringer and back. I know this is my first video, so I don't have much time to get into it now because we've already discussed Hoovering and the flying monkeys, but I've been through all sorts of abuse in my life. Physical, emotional, mental, verbal. I could go on. Psychological. And I've gotten the help that I needed for that, but the healing path, as I hear others mention, is not linear. You must heal at your own pace. Whether that's 6 months, whether that's 6 days, or a year, or 2 years, or more. Just go with the flow, and do not accept the Hoover, because the narcissist is in the past where they belong. So with that, I'm just going to end the video right there. It's almost 15 minutes long. I love you all. Thank you for watching. This is Mike. I'm signing out now. God bless you all. I love you. Bye.